Hello. I got carried away then playing with my colours. Hi, Pauline. So it's Monday, so it's monthly make time. I want to try and do something a little bit subtle with this month's monthly make, because when you look at them you think they're quite grungy stamps. But let me just grab them. So, that one, and then you've got your sayings to go with it. I'm not going to take that because they're stuck to my stand. I didn't put them away properly last week. No, I'm a naughty girl. Oh, we're going to be in trouble, I think. I won't show you the mess I'm in. Yeah, we're going to be in trouble. Oh no, not too bad. I should have checked the stamps weren't stuck to everything. Oh no, this isn't good. Okay, we might not be using that one today. I'll have to sort that out in a bit. Hi Tracy. So, the plan is, I want to do something a little bit subtle. So I'm going to use some oxides and some distress inks. So hi Alison. Just a quick reminder, this week's live will the next live will be at 7 o'clock on Thursday, not Friday. So I'm doing that more to remind me, to be fair. Just remembered I've not got my embossing powders, but we can grab them in a minute. Anyway, should we get going? It's been one of them days, hasn't it? Let me just find, let me see. There we go, right. The right one. So what I have got in front of me, oh, I found my pencil. Let me just grab it before I stand on it. I was doing a bit of tidying up, I bet you can't tell. There we go, there's my pencil. I've been looking for that in a bit. Hi Christine, hi Tina. Right, let's have some calm, shall we? Oh. So, in front of me I have got a 5x7 card, because I do need, what I'm going to make tonight is hopefully a teacher's card, a thank you card for Friday. And then I've just cut this piece down, and it should be, so this is 5x7, so this is 4x6, yep, so it's an inch smaller basically. So I'm going to move my back somewhere to stay nice and clean, and then with this one I am going to, hi Michelle. I've been looking at my colours. I'm going to move that out of the way for a moment whilst I have a quick look. Oh, hi Mum. Have a look at my colours. So you can see on here I've got shaded lilac. No, sorry. Milled lavender. Would help if I got the right colours, wouldn't it? So I've got my milled lavender and my pink flamingo. And I quite like them. And because I think them two go quite well together. And then I couldn't decide if I was going to go, you see, me milled lavender and my wilted violet go quite well together. But the flamingo and the seedless preserve go quite well together. So I think we are going to go, hi Noala, I think we're going to go milled lavender, flamingo, and then seedless preserve. Let's just double check my colour combo. So lavender, flamingo. It's summer, we do need to use our flamingo a little bit more, don't we? And then I'll go to that one. I think that's quite a nice little combo going there. Yeah? Okay, let's see if it works, shall we? So I'm going to put that to one side. I am going to just wipe my desk down because it got, don't know how it's got dirty this week, but it does. Okay. Somehow I might, oh, it's bright yellow. There we go, right. Let's get going, shall we? So I'm going to do a bit of an ombre with these. Just kick my bin again. And I think I'm actually going to cheat as well. So I'm going to use my brushes, only because my hands are not in. I'm not a happy bunny today. So I'm going to use my brushes just to save my hands a little bit. So you can see that's had seedless preserve on it, hasn't it? So I'm just going to make sure, because I want to go to my milled lavender. Would help if you could see my colours, wouldn't it? There you go, that's a bit better, isn't it? So I know I want to go to seedless, milled lavender, my pale one. So I just want to make sure I've got as much out my brush as I can get out. Oh, shaky table time. Hi Zena. So I hope you've all had a lovely day. I know it's been a bit rainy outside. cleanish. Better than it was. So I'm going to take my old lavender. Oh, you can see that wasn't as clean as I thought it was. Just start to load it up. There we go. So I'm going to do it in thirds. You know how it goes by now. And the more colour you get down, you'll get sick of hearing me say this, won't you? The more colour you get down, the better any resist techniques we're going to do will be. So I think, and I'm decorating my desk. Oh, I should have put a piece of paper down underneath, shouldn't I? We could have a faux mask. So there we go, we've got one. We're now going to move on to our flamingo. I'm just going to take my tissue again and just take a bit of that colour out. So we're going to go on to our cheeky little flamingos. I love the flamingos. I think it's called it's because it's called flamingo. There we go. Hi Violet. And then I'm just going to start adding this one in. So again, I'm going to do a third. Hi Sean. I think I'm decorating my ink pads more than I'm getting on my brush, to be fair. Just a little bit higher. I know I say thirds, but you don't want to stop it right at the edge, do you? You want to kind of have that nice little blend. Now, I've just noticed on my phone, it doesn't look like it's blending at all. But, well, not blending, merged, layered. It has, but it's looking more, it's more subtle in real life. On screen it looks like there isn't, it's quite a subtle change. Again, I'm just going to take out any extra from my brush. Ooh. No wonder my stuff's on the floor, isn't it, when I start shaking my desk like that. Like earthquake! I'm going to turn this one round. Just start adding this one. This one is our seedless preserve. I have to admit, one of my go-tos, isn't he? I'm just being careful because I am starting to get inky pinkies. Let's grab another piece of tissue. Because you don't want the moisture off your hands. I was trying to think of a nice way of describing it. The moisture off your hands to do any of the resist before we get a chance to. And there we go. So we should have, I'm quite impressed with that colour palette. I think that one's one to go in my book. Because I don't know about you, I have a little, well, it's actually a journal with all different oxide combos in it. Just nearly squirted it then, that wouldn't have been a good look, would it? There we go, tidy table. Look at that for beautiful ombre. Oh, you see it, the I don't know, brushes sometimes. I'm an odd one. It depends what mood my hands are in. I normally use my kitchen roll, but there's no way I was using kitchen roll tonight. My hands are not happy enough for kitchen roll. So, I'm going to grab this one. And I always love watching the monthly make set. You know, as the month progresses and it just gets dirtier and dirtier and you can see what we've done with it. I think it's fabulous. Right, so I'm going to create my background first. I want a little bit of this one. I probably want the smaller one as well, but I'm going to do it really gently. So quick resist. I can use this piece of kitchen roll. I'm going through it tonight, my kitchen roll. Oof. So just make sure whenever you're doing your resist, just make sure you don't overload it, because this one, if you've noticed, it's got lots of little gaps where that water can go in. Can you see I've got loads puddled here? We don't want puddles, do we? So just tap it on the table until you get rid of your puddles. And you pop it on. And then just dab. Pop it on. And remember as well, when you take your colour away, you'll get some of the ink on your stamp. So you will transfer it over different bits of your paper. I'm not going to go too mad with my background. I know. Famous last words for me. It's one of them where you want enough water to resist it, but not too much that it floods. There we go. Do another one down here. Oh, can you see there? I brought my seedless preserve down. So I don't know if I lift that up ever so gently. Better looking on that. There we go. That lovely little resist in the background. So make sure you dry your stamp, because we're going to move on to our inks in a second. Whoops. Let me move my scissors before I do some damage. Okay. And then, oh, looks like we're going blurry. Okay. Hi Sue. So, oh, hi Maxine. my stamp, I've dried it. Make sure it is dry, because if you put a wet stamp onto your oxide, you're just asking for trouble. It's like the oxide police will turn up and get you. Hi Patricia. So I'm just going to add a few little bits. I don't want to go overboard, because I said I wasn't going to do a grungy background, didn't I? Because I'm not. I just want a nice little... few little bits of texture. So you can see that beautiful mulled lavender in the background. I think I'm going to put a little bit of the flamingo in, but not too much. There we go. And I think, because my flamingo, if I think now about my colour, I'm going to a much brighter colour. So if I do a lot of it, it's really going to stand out. So I'm going to move on to the smaller one. There we go. Ooh. Ooh. Nearly. Nearly. So close. I'm actually a bit torn as well which way this one goes. Oh, that's interesting. The pink doesn't want to stand out as much as I thought it would. We'll do it at the bottom though. There we go. It's a bit like warm. Oh, that looked a bit odd, didn't it? It's definitely struggling on our old seedless preserve. So there you go. Anyway, we've got a bit of a background going. I think I might do it that way. Decision time. Do you think we go darker to paler or paler to darker? Oh. I'm going to have to decide soon, aren't I? Because I want to stamp my flower on it next. Looks like we're on for a really quick one tonight. Well, let me just grab, whilst that starts to dry, I'm just going to grab my white embossing powder. I know, I'm being brave. Embossing powders. Embossing powders on a Monday. Oof. Not gold, I want that one. So Good job, I've got another idea up my sleeve, isn't it? Right, so I've got my embossing powders. I know I need to do something with this chair. Sounds like I've got, I don't know, like a herd of pigs or something in here with me. I haven't. If I move back a little bit. No. A bit better. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with this chair at all. I'm sure Bear's booby trapped it. So what I need to do now is I need to make sure that this is completely dry. So unfortunately, it's a little bit off. I'm loving this one up at the top. I really do like that effect at the top. Hi Denise. No, definitely not hiding quietly on this one. To be fair, it feels like it's now sat at an angle as well. He does like to raunge in it, shall we say. He's currently got ants in his pants, so he's definite raunger. I need to get my stool back over here. That's a lot comfier. Retire the bear chair. Or just oil it. One of the two. Could be a job from the school holiday, couldn't it? Ooh, that's getting a bit hot. So I just need to make sure it is. Look at those colours. Look at that there. Cool, isn't it? Right. I think it's okay. Better be okay. It's got very hot. So, ooh, it's that decision time, isn't it? Do we go dark? Because my idea is I just want a lovely little flower in here. Ooh, I found my dots. And because it's full, it's little ladies' teachers. Well, I'm going to use the Believe, I think. Well, actually, I might just do it. Then we'll use Believe at the bottom. Ah, that works nice, doesn't it? Sorry, Lynn. No, I have moved them around a little bit this week and next week as well, because obviously we won't be here next week. So I am moving things around a little bit, and it's summer soon as well, isn't it? So I don't know what that has to do with the time of the lives, but I'm gonna have to make a decision now. Where am I gonna stamp this? Just make sure anti-static bag it. Oh, got a mouthful then. Yeah. There we go. Oh, don't put it back in your thingy one. So, can I find my... You know I can never find what I want, don't you? That would be a no. Oh, that'll be my drawer. 1 second. I want the embossing pen. There we go, wrong drawer. Don't care, but the label's on the outside. How did I get the wrong one? Right, so I've got my emboss pen because I'm going to make it its own little thing, so I don't have to obsess as much about where I'm going to stamp it. But I'm going to stamp it up at the top here, and then we're going to have a bit of a curly bottom to it. And then we're going to have Believe just poking up on that side. Sounds like a plan. So that's the idea. Whether it works, because you all know what my embossing skills are like. even got... I've only got the normal white, not the off-white as well. You'd think those big tubs of embossing powder I couldn't lose. Oh, there it is. I will have a sort out, I promise. Let's see if Bear will do it for me over the summer. Could you imagine if he sorted out my crafty room? I've moved off the chair now, so it's got the squeaks on. Right, stop faffing, girl. Let's get this stamped. You can tell I get the pre-embossing jitters, don't I? Right, so I want to do it about here. Just like that. I'm going to do this bit first. And I'll come back with my pen in a second. Whoops, way too much. Yeah, I didn't emboss that very well, did I? Never mind. Kind of see it. So, I'm going to take my little emboss pen. Just add a few little dots and dashes. Just like that. Let's get some embossing powder on that. Right, and then I might try and sort out my very poorly stamped bit at the top. There we go. Yep, let's go back in and draw some of these bits that I missed a little bit off. Well, no, I missed the whole thing off. So doing it this way, I'm going to end up with a bit of the emboss and powder on my pen, but not to worry, we can soon get it off. Make sure you give it a good. If I'd have stamped it properly in the first place. To be fair, I think I'm going to stamp it. See, embossing, see how it goes. See, I tempted fate into getting the embossing powders out. It's okay, I can hear you all laughing at home. Now I can't get my lid back on, there we go. Put my pen back on. Let's see what this looks like. It may be that we do. A little bit with it in a minute. We'll see. I'm not alone then on the embossing front. Yay! I think it's because, I don't know actually, I don't know why it is. I'm just not patient enough. I didn't English stamp up properly. Actually, I really like that. I don't know whether you can quite see it. Of course you can see it. Who am I trying to kid? It just looks really subtle, doesn't it? See, you're a brave lady, Zena. It scares me. It certainly scares me, my embossing powders. I'm actually really impressed with that. So, I now want, oops, it doesn't help as well, my stamps are always dirty because I never clean them. Do I want a little set? I'm half tempted to put another one on there now. I'm getting a bit giddy. I know I should have done this before I embossed, so before I heat set it. I should have done all my stamping and then heat set it. I don't know. One looks quite pretty, doesn't it, by itself? Yeah, I'm going to leave it. Leave it with good, where the going's good and all that. So I won't believe now, don't I? There you go. Again, it's decision times. Yeah, blame it on no events. Actually, I'm thinking now that because I want to keep my background, I think you know what it is tonight. I'm actually making this for somebody. So this is going to be one of little lady's teachers' thank you cards. So because I've got somebody in mind for it, I am flipping and flopping a little bit more than I normally would, wouldn't I? Look at that, that's looking, oh, I'm liking this now. I do want believe, so I am going to just pop the believe on there. Now part of me is thinking, do I know where my vellum is? Because that could look quite pretty. There we go. It is, it's more pressure, not there, just crafting them. Yay, everything will be fine. But because it's actually for somebody, and if I don't do it tonight, then I have to find another day this week to do it. So I am rooting at the same time as talking. Give me a clue where my vellum is. I knew it was in here somewhere. Really annoying, isn't it, when you know you've got them. And I know it's in a folder. But it's not in the folder I've just found. Okay. We'll come up with a plan B then. I like the idea of that believe just there. So what I think we will do is I'm going to move that to one side. I'm going to grab some white card because I can't find my vellum, and it'll jump out at me and go, ha ha, this is where I was hiding. It always does. We sit there and wait. You really do. That'll be fine. So I could either go to the hassle of masking this off, or I'm just going to leave it with its taily bits, and I think I'm going to leave it with its tail bits. So, and I'm not going to do it in, I know it would, wouldn't it? Vellum would look really cool, but it's hiding. It's literally gone. Oh, hang on. Look, I knew it was in a folder. See, how can you lose that? And I even think I've got some like peachy coloured, like purpley peachy coloured, which would look amazing. There we go. It's because you said it, Noala. It went, oh, I better rock up now. So, I'm going to cheat. I'm going to rip one edge. Oh, this is that really thick stuff. Oh, even better. I always love torn edges on vellum. I think it just makes it look so much nicer. I did say we were on for a quick one, weren't we? Might see if we can get the other one done as well. Oh, gone blurry. No, I think we've come back. Okay, right. It's me showing you that big folder of my vellum. Hey, because we found it. It is like a miracle. So now, I'm rooting again, I know. I can't find my watering can. Oh, I can, it's there. I lied. It's there. Right, I don't want to put black on this because of it being a thank you, and I want it quite subtle. I did say we were going to do subtle tonight. So I've got my watering can archival. I love this colour. I used to use this one all the time. This in Shadow Grey. But I know some people do struggle using your archivals, so we don't tend to use it as much these days. I'm just going to pop this on here. I'm actually going to move it in a bit because sillily, is that a word? I didn't test my word across before. Oh, there we go. I just overpressed on that side, never mind. Oh, it fits beautifully, look. Even better. Right. I'm running out of space again. Right, I'm just going to heat set this. Hopefully my vellum will hold up to the heat. If not, you just let it settle for a little bit. It sit for a while even. I could have embossed it, but I wasn't feeling that brave. I've done it once today. You've all had the trauma of it. Oh! Yeah, this vellum does not like being heated. You see, it's just started to bubble. Naughty vellum. Right, I'm just going to tear it again. Oh, that one's going a bit too straight edged. Look at that, the other side's really purple. So we've got that lovely leaf. And then I'm just going to pop that down there like so. I am half tempted to stamp that again, but I think it looks okay. That's me just being pernickety, isn't it? Yeah, so I'm just going to fold over. You're better off with your scoring board for this. Because no matter how you secure your vellum, you see it. So the best way to do it is to tip it round the back, pop it round like so, and then you can anchor it on the back. And then nobody has to see any of your gubbins, do they? Because nobody wants to see your tape and stuff like that. She says, and then she can't find her own tape. Oh, it's one of them nights. It's like searching for everything, isn't it? Oh, I found foam tape. Actually, I think I hid the foam tape, didn't I? There we go. Oh, that's really thin. There we go. Right. So, oh, an Angelina fibre in there as well. Now, my other one I wanted to have a go at. Archival, it is a permanent ink. It's like, I know your VersaFine is, but your Archival is true permanent, because your VersaFine will move. Even though it says it's permanent, certain things will move it, whereas your Archival isn't. It won't. Nothing shifts Archival. It's just a lot harder to stamp with. You need to over ink it to work with it. I really like that, I'm sorry. I do think that's really subtle. Bearing in mind we're working with our monthly make set here that does look at the very outset to be quite grungy. I think that's quite a beautiful little card, isn't it? Right, I've done that one. Let me just grab, I'm going to get up again. Sorry, you're going to get a squeaky chair again for a second. I'm just going to grab another piece exactly the same size, but this time I want some craft card. So just bear with. I should have cut this before. There we go. But I did think that was going to take a little bit longer. It didn't. So I'm going to do it exactly the same size again. So I've done it 4x6. Yep. But it doesn't look the same size. Oh, it is. So I've got my craft card in front of me. I'm going to try and do some embossing again. Get your fingers crossed. Pray to the embossing gods for me. So this time, actually I really like that look. Just so subtle, isn't it? Oh, wonderful. Right, next. Because there's two. There's a teacher and a TA. Can't decide who's having which. So I'm going to go for now. See, this is where the grungy side of me wants to come out again. I am going to grab my little circle again. I'm going to stick to the same colours, even though she's not as pinky as the other one. So I've got embossing all over that. Let me just give it a quick wipe. So really simple again, this one. And let's hope it works. So get your fingers crossed. I'm going to start with my flamingo. And then decide if we're going to go to our milled lavender or our seedless preserve. So I'm on the smooth side of our craft card, because if you remember, you've got a smooth side and then you've got that lovely textured rough side. Yep, so I'm on the smooth side. Because if you try and emboss on that rough side, it does kind of, I don't want to say eat your embossing powder, but it makes it a bit harder. And you know I struggle already. So I've got that one. Let's grab squeaky chairs back. Nope. I found if I sit right at the back of it, it's not as bad. So you know when I'm perching then, don't you? Oh yes, definitely. Keep telling myself less is more. Put one there. Right, move that to one side. Could, to be fair, if you wanted a really quick card, you could just do that, couldn't you? And pop your sentiment on it. There we go. Right, and then I think this time, let's bring you back in. Them two colours just look so cool together. I think this time I'm going to go for the smaller one. I think that would look a bit nicer. Yeah. I think that big one. Not sure if that might be a little bit too overpowering. Or is that little one? Should we go little? I think little. Right, so first up we need to get this nice and dry. As you can see, I don't know if you can see that little sheen on your oxide. They do stay wet quite a while. Look, holding it too close, I'm trying to toast my paper. There we go. that by itself would look. Imagine it in blues. Ooh. Stormy sky, faded jeans. Oh. That would look cool, wouldn't it? For them pesky blokes. I'm toasting paper at the moment. It'd make a nice bonfire smell. Right, there's a little bit there that's still on. Right, there we go. I think nothing's come off. I think we're dry. That bit there. Yep, looks like we're dry. Right. Get crossing them fingers, ladies. We're going in again. So, try not to get a mouthful at this time. Whew. I've got a little lump there. Nope. It's on the paper. That bit wasn't dry, was it? I don't help myself really, do I? So, if you're batch making, you'd have sat and waited for this to dry properly. To be fair, I do sometimes miss crafting in the house because I used to put things on top of the radiators. Not with the purpose of them drying, but they were always dry when you came to use them. Because they were just sat on the radiator until I was ready for it. Right, there it is. You were all about to ask how have I lost my embossing powder so quickly. So randomly we are going to stamp this fella on. Ooh. I'm not being very decisive, am I, tonight? There's that one. Nearly missed half of it then because my paper's curled. There we go, there's that one. And another. What do you reckon that one goes there? Ooh. Yeah, good job I didn't see that bit. And then I'm like Calamity Jane, aren't I, when I get my... Now I've got 3 on there. If I don't want to put 4 on, I want to make sure I put 5 on. Just because I'm picky like that. I think I'll do one there. Set a whole odd number. Trick the eye, jobby. Oh dear. Let's just say it's a good job it's a big tub. And then we'll have this one kind of coming in here, I think. Right. It's got our lovely little flower heads. I'm just going to take my little pen again. I want some little stalks, you know, like they're just like popping out. Just took half my flower with me on that one. Honestly, it is me doing the embossing. I've not got somebody sat in the corner doing it for me. Just make sure you haven't got any embossing powder left on your pen. There we go. Get my lids back on. Get them fingers crossed. Move it to the side. You just know I'll knock it over. Get the lid on now so it's not as bad. I might actually change the direction of this card. It's growing on me a different way now. So just make sure, I'm always too eager to take my heat gun off. Just make sure all your powder's melted. Try to make it sound like I know what I'm doing, but don't want to when it comes to embossing powders. Look at that. How cute is that? But, oh no, they look like they're something else that way. I'll do it that way. So, you can imagine this on our little base card, just like that. I'm not sure if it needs to go onto a craft card one, actually. Might do. Might go on a craft card one, this one. And I've done it so my it opens at the top as well. Oh, thanks Denise. It's working. Would be quite nice to put a few little gems in the middle as well. I'm going bling as well. I've done pink and potentially, pink embossing powder and potentially bling as well. Oof. So, I'm sorry you're going to be stuck with Believe again. Because I do like that. And I have spent the year believing in Little Lady, so that could look really, really nice, couldn't it? Where's that vellum gone? Use my Believe again. Again, I've got very sticky. Let me just wipe me. The only downside of the emboss ink pad, isn't it? It does like, it is quite sticky. So it does. So again, just grab this one. Always over ink if you're using archival. And we're just going to pop it on here. Pop it in the middle. So hopefully we'll have done 2 quite quick cards tonight. Oh, I think I just moved it. She says. There we go. It would be nice to be able to put a little gem on the eye. Now I need to be careful because last time I bubbled it, didn't I? Not a good look. I'm heating from a distance this time. Aiming for everything but the vellum. Because some vellums just do not like this one, it's a double layer, so it's got like a pearlescent layer on the top. And it's like acetates as well, you need to be very careful with your acetates if you ever heat embossing your acetates. You need to make sure it is a I won't say heat proof, but it's a different word for it. And I'll do exactly the same with this one. Give it a little bit of a Believe. Just look at that. How simple is that? Oops. We're not liking shiny tonight, are we? There we go. Not liking shiny paper tonight. How simple is that? But I think that looks really sweet, so I'm just going to, so I don't do it wrong again, I'm going to put that over there like so. Give it a quick bend. Just like I should have made sure that my ink was dry before I turned it over. Otherwise, we'll turn it back now and it's going to end up as a bit of a smoosh surprise. I'm trying to find the end of my tape. It would, you could get a different saying down the side of it, couldn't you? Quite nicely. Because it'd work that way as well. I think that idea would work that way, but they look a bit like something else going that way. Like the swimming, let's put it that way. So I think just really quick, just like that. We'll share this piece of card, though I do think it might look a bit better. Oh, don't know. On the white, makes these stand out more, doesn't it? Don't know. So we've done that one. Really, really simple. Let me see if our little gems. See, I get the bag of the leftover bits from the make. I don't actually know what I've got in mine. But lots of the big ones. No, they blinded everyone on the camera then, didn't they? I don't think we've got many of the littlies left. Let's see if I can find another little one. Okay. So I do think the bling is definitely. I'll get one in there. Oh, I will. One more. Come on, one more. Oh no! I'll move it. I'll move that one that's hiding. I've got one of them medium-sized ones. That just looks like a giant eyeball. Move that one over. I will. I'll find. I think the gems do work on it, don't they? Just like that. And then put that one on there as well. I think that one wants that size. Yeah, just a little gem in the middle, because I think this one's a bit too big, isn't it? She says, and she can't even pick them up. Oh, I don't know. Maybe. I'll leave that big one there for now. But there you go. Two really quick. I've moved my desk, haven't I? There we go. Now the level. My little lining up points were all skew squiff. There you go. So two really quick little cards. So we've done our ombre effect with our oxides. Did a quick water resist, which I've got these lovely effects from. We have also done stamping with the colours that we've used. With our lovely circles in there. That will flatten out once I stick it down properly. And then we've just embossed our lovely flower, drawn in a stem for it. And then stamped our Believe in white. And on this one, really quick, really, really simple. Put our little grungy circles in the background and then stamped our little flower heads. And again, just drew some wiggly lines for our flower stalks. Really quick, aren't they? But elegant. From our monthly make set. You can tell I'm moving chairs. Chairs is on the squeak again. Oh, thank you all. So, hopefully, oh, have we gone? There we are. Hopefully, you've enjoyed making those along with me. I've had fun actually. Not my usual go-to colours, and very subtle for me. Quite cool, aren't they? Anyway, oh, thank you all. We are back on Thursday at 7 o'clock for Anything Goes Thursday. So, I think that's all I've got to tell you. Yeah, I think that's everything. So, thank you for joining me tonight. Back on Thursday. So, take care, stay safe, and I will see you all again very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.